Hey, what's up guys? It's Pete here with MixBetterNow.com, and today I want to show you the only third-party plugin you're ever going to need. Need being the imperative word here, okay? So let's jump in and let's check it out. All right, so we're inside of Studio One, and I am going to show you, in my opinion, what the only third-party plugin is you're ever going to need in a second. But before I do that, I just want to say something, and I'm being very sincere here. I think we live in an incredible time. We live in the best time that there's ever been in history to make music. We have the luxury and the ability to be able to make music from the comforts of our own bedrooms, living rooms, houses, project studios, and the gear that we have access to, be it software, be it hardware, whatever, is really, really good and really, really affordable. No longer is it necessary, to go and book time at, a really, really big studio with a huge console and to have a team working with you. You can grab an interface and a pair of headphones and a microphone and a DAW, and you can make unbelievable music. I've heard guys make records out of their cars that sound incredible. So there's really no limitations anymore. Everything is at our fingertips and is affordable, and it's just a very exciting time if you're someone who makes music. Okay, so plugins. There are a ton of plugins that are available to us at our fingertips. Every week there's a new plugin coming out. There's a new plugin company coming out, and there are a lot of choices to make. So third-party plugins are ones that do not come with our DAW, that are not stock. And, there's a common thought from a lot of beginners and a lot of intermediate folks, which is that plugins will make your mix better. And I'm here to say that that's absolutely not true. It is how you use your plugins, things like EQing and compressing, your fundamentals, right? EQ and compression, your salt and pepper. Those are the things that are going to dictate how good your music is, how good your mixes sound, not having so-and-so plugin bundle from some company and any of that stuff. The 10,000 hour rule is a very real thing. The great thing is it doesn't matter what DAW you work in nowadays, you are going to get everything that you need included with your DAW, whether it's Logic, Cubase, Studio One, Pro Tools, Reaper, Sonar, everything's going to have what you need inside of it, but not everything has this guy. So the plugin that I'm talking about is the Sample Magic AB, and essentially what this plugin is and what it allows us to do is it gives us the option to load in up to 9 different audio files, so songs, finished mixes. As you can see, click to load audio files. It's that simple, load sound, unload sound. And the brilliant thing here is it allows us to A/B between them in real time. Not only does it allow us to do that, but it has a metering section for us over here, which is valuable in and of itself because people buy third-party meters all the time. This gives us our peak level, our RMS level. But what's cool about it is this lets us level match the reference mixes that we bring in. So as you can see down here, this particular track is 9.5 dB down from where it's at. These 4 songs are already mastered. My mix is not. So most of the stuff I pull down. And the other brilliant thing is it allows us to sync up the reference tracks that we use. So, for example, if we want the verses to line up, for the reference track, or if you want the, the choruses or any part, you can make that happen. You can actually loop certain sections of the reference track. As you can see here, you can put anchor points to just go between point A and point B. And it's just so easy. So the best way to do it would be just to show you. We'll start off with, this is the original mix of this song. This is the mix from the record. I'm currently remixing this right now. But what's nice is I'm going between it. I have hit sync and I've level matched. So A here is going to be my mix. B is going to be the original mix. All right, let's take a listen.
Don't let me linger when we touch. When we
So why is using reference mixes important? Using reference mixes is probably the easiest way to get really good really quickly. When mixing or basically trying to achieve any other endeavor in life, I'm sure most of you have heard of the 10,000 hour rule, where you have to put in 10,000 hours before you're considered an expert in something, and I definitely believe in that. Now, the reason that the Sample Magic AB, in my opinion, is the best third-party plugin that you can buy to get better, to make yourself as good as possible, is because using reference mixes is almost like cheating, where you can A/B your mix next to another hypothetically Grammy-winning mix or major label release, or it doesn't have to be like that, but the important thing is that you use songs that you essentially want your mix and you want the sound of your session to sound like. And the other thing that's important is that you bring in some songs that have been kind of accepted by the public and that have been received well. It doesn't have to be, mixed by a very famous mixer. It doesn't have to be a major label band. It doesn't have to be any of that stuff. All it has to be is well received, where someone goes and they listen to it in their car. They listen to it, on their earbuds, on their hi-fi system at home. And it's a song that they love, that is basically kind of globally enjoyed by a lot of people. That way you can kind of make decisions like, how's my low end? How's my top end? Is my kick drum too loud? Is my bass too quiet? Is my guitar too bright? Is it a little bit too scratchy? Am I using too much reverb? Is my mix too wet? All of these things can be remedied by using reference mixes in real time. So for example, one of the things I pulled into this session was 2 songs by the Gin Blossoms, very, very popular band back in the 90s, who I still love and I think they're fantastic. This song kind of reminded me of some of it. So one of the tunes I pulled in was Allison Road. The other one was Hey Jealousy from the amazing record New Miserable Experience. So if I click on this play button right here, what this is going to do is it lines up the song that you have loaded. So I just loaded in Hey Jealousy, and it's level matched. So let's go ahead and quickly A/B between it, and then that way we can sort of listen to what the mix sounds like compared to sort of like a global hit, a song that back in the 90s was huge. All right, let's check it out.
Don't let me linger when we touch down. Let the cops chase us around. Past is gonna something might be found. The chick, don't pour that second glass of wine. Don't let our fingers intertwine. Hey jealousy, hey jealousy. You can trust me not to think, and take you dancing beneath the stars.
And again, if you want to go ahead and change songs, click on the play button and hit the space bar and you're off.
Don't let me linger when we touch. The dark clouds falling when the moon was near. Birds fly by AM in a bedroom stair. There is no telling what I can glass of wine. Don't let our fingers intertwine.
The other thing that sets this plugin apart for me, compared to some other methods of using reference mixes, is that it is an instant thing. When you click that button, you're immediately into to the other song, into the reference track. And the reason that's incredible is, I've seen some people do something like, okay, well, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to open iTunes, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to find the song I want and I'm going to click on it. Or even say you make a playlist in iTunes, right? And you go in and you have a couple tracks that, just like this, that you want to listen to. The problem is the way that our brains are wired, the way that psychoacoustics work for humans, is when there is a gap in between what we're listening, if there's a lull, if there is a sort of some dead time between A and B, is that our brains reset themselves so that when we hear A or B or C or whatever it is, we're going to think that both of them sound good. When it's instant like this, we are able to make the most objective decision possible. Okay, it's like, hey, let's listen to the low end. How's our low end? Quickly, and we could start on B or A. So here we're starting on the Gin Blossoms tune.
As I knew on Allison Road, where dark clouds fall. Don't let me light your
So whatever it is that you're trying to listen for and compare, right? Be it the EQ of a certain instrument, the low end of your bass, the wetness of the vocal, the sibilance of the singer, anything like that. It is so quick at the tips of our finger here, and we have 9 options to choose from, which really makes it a no-brainer for me. The other amazing thing is that this plugin is only $60, give or take a few dollars. If we pop over here to, you can buy it from the website, of course, $62.22, which, I mean, that's dirt cheap, right? That's like going out to dinner with your girlfriend or with your boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever it may be. And then if we look at a place I like to buy plugins from sometimes, Audio Deluxe here, they always usually have like monthly coupons, $58.65, so you can knock $10.35 off of your purchase here. It's really a no-brainer. If we go to another website, Waves are popular. I'm not picking on Waves by any means here, but so we could buy an API 2500 compressor for $299. And is that compressor gonna make great records for you? I don't know. Maybe it will, but it's $300 and it's another compressor that's still gonna compress just like the one in your DAW is gonna do, right? So for me, having the Sample Magic AB is a no-brainer. And if you guys know of other plugins that do something similar to this, by all means, please let me know. Leave a comment below. This is just the only one that I really know of that does this, and it does such a fantastic job that it's sort of like a must-have for anybody. The last thing I kind of want to just touch on here and show you is that we can actually minimize the GUI here. So if we click on this mini AB button, it'll shrink it. It'll still leave our AB option. So if you want to kind of put this over here in the corner or wherever you want to put it, it still allows us to do all of the same things, but it kind of just lowers the real estate, which is great. So this is the original mix. All you got to do, like I said, is click on this play button here, and then you are you're good to go. So we'll go back and forth.
Don't let me linger when we touch. Don't let me light your cigarette and make you blush. Don't pour that second glass of wine. Don't let our fingers intertwine. Don't let me linger when we touch. Although I want so much to hold you.
Want to go to the next song? Just click on the play button.
Don't let me linger when we touch. So I'll just keep taking the 15 through. It's kind of early, so I'm second glass of wine. Don't let. There's really nothing
And what's so brilliant about this, it's so fast how quickly it goes back and forth.
at stake that we could hardly linger when we touch. So I'll just keep taking the 15 through. Light your cigarette and make you blush.
And by having this speed of toggling back and forth, it kind of, I know it sounds nerdy, but it like helps our brains make a better decision about which kind of sounds better or which sounds different. All right, so let's go back ahead and just maximize this. And quick little overview here. All right, this is the Sample Magic AB. So in my opinion, this is the only third-party plugin you're ever going to need. Need, again, being the operative word here, because, if I go into my my plugin folder here and we click on the Presona stuff, and we take a look around, we have everything we need. All right, here's an analog delay. Here's a filter. We've got a bit crusher, a chorus, a compressor, an EQ. We have some channel strips, fat channel, an impulse response maker. We've got a meter. We've got a limiter. We have they call it a mix tool, but it's basically a gain knob with a phase switch on it. We got a multi-band compressor. So whatever DAW you're working in, I guarantee you are going to have the tools that you need to make great music, to make great records. Do yourself a favor, treat yourself, pick up the Sample Magic AB. Like I said, it's like around $60. It's a no-brainer, and I promise you it will truly help you get better at mixing a whole lot faster than as opposed to if you didn't have it and you didn't use it. This is an indispensable tool for me and for my workflow. All right, so that's it for me. My name is Pete with MixBetterNow.com. As always, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys watching. This has been the only third-party plugin you'll ever need. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will catch you next time.